Hello everybody, I'm Jackie K. Cooper, and my entertainment rundown for today is a review of the film The Turning. Now, the first thing that I noticed as I was doing some research on The Turning is that it is based on the Henry James novel The Turn of the Screw. And most of you are too young to remember, but back in 1961, 50, surely, almost 60 years ago, there was a movie called The Innocents with Deborah Kerr, and it was based on The Turn of the Screw. And it was all about, a governess who, in the mid-1800s, who goes to a house to take care of two children and then becomes convinced that the house is filled with ghosts. Well, this is a modern day telling of the story. I had to do some research, and supposedly it is set in Maine. I never could get completely acclimated as to where the movie was set, but a young woman played by Mackenzie Davis, who was in the last Terminator movie. I knew I'd seen her before, and it finally dawned on me that's where I saw her. But she goes to this mansion, secluded, to take care of two children. The only other person in the house is the housekeeper, who is played by Barbara Martin. And the two children are played by Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things, and then Brooklyn Prince plays the young girl. The boy's a teenager, the young girl's maybe 12, 13, right there. But it's the same thing. She goes, the previous nanny, they said quit without notice and disappeared. The guy who was the head of the stables on the estate, he also died in an accident. The parents had been killed in a car crash. Now, why this housekeeper ended up being the one in charge of the children, that's never explained. But there's a lot of stuff in this movie that's never explained. And when I came out of this movie, I was more confused than when I went into this movie. It just didn't explain anything. Things kept happening. Not particularly scary things, but just different things happened, and then it would be the next day. And it was like, well, we're not going to talk about that and what happened and proceed. And then the ending is completely enigmatic. I looked around at the people who were in the theater with me, and they were stunned as I was. I mean, how do you make a movie that doesn't have an ending that's connected to anything? But somehow they did it in this film. The movie itself is rated PG-13 for profanity and violence. Again, I was expecting it to be a horror movie, at least a scary movie, but no, this is just about people who never turn on the lights and stumble around in the dark in this house and hear strange noises, but whatever. I don't know why these people got involved. Finn Wolfhard has a lot of celebrity coming off of Stranger Things. Why he would agree to be in this film, I don't know. Mackenzie Davis had a career that seems to be on the ascent. This certainly is going to level it off. Her mother in the film is played by Joely Richardson, a much respected British actress. She has maybe 2 scenes. Why she agreed to be in it, I hope they paid her a ton of money, because just adding her name makes you think this is going to be a movie of some caliber. But it wasn't. I rated it 3 out of 10. I could have gone lower, but 3 out of 10. That's fair. That says stay away. Don't rush out and see it. But do rush out and hit the subscriber button, or sit right where you are and hit the subscriber button. We want you to be involved with all of our movie reviews. But for today, this has been Jackie K. Cooper's Entertainment Rundown with a review of The Turning.